It is rolling, market.
Joe Flow's A2 Media Chatback, take 2.
Hey Joe, how are you?
I'm very good, thanks. Yourself?
Yeah, I'm good. Okay, so today we're going to talk about a question that you've chosen to discuss in this chatback. But before we get onto the question, I just want you to tell us for context what it was you made for your A2 Media coursework.
So we made a music video based off the band Bastille, an indie pop group, you could say. We chose them because we are interested in their music, and we made a music video, and on top of that we made a digipack, which was part of the ancillary tasks, and a newspaper magazine article.
Okay, cool. So the question you've asked to discuss is how effective is the combination of your main task and your ancillary tasks? And you alluded to it there, but just to clarify, your main task was your music video, your ancillary tasks were your digipack design and your magazine advert.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, cool. Okay, so how effective do you think the combination of those is?
Well, we tried to imitate Bastille. We didn't try to be an opposite or try to show different things. We wanted to almost as if we were Bastille. So in our music video, I play Dan Smith, the main singer, and in most of their music videos, he is in the video. It's like he's the model. But in the video that we done, Send Them Off, there's an actor within the video, which my partner played, Ryan, and in a lot of their work, the actor is ignored. It's usually just Bastille. So we used at Bastille, we imitated how they do their music in the video. We try to wear the same clothing, similar to their demographic, because that's who they're open to. But we use the actor in our ancillary tasks, which they wouldn't normally do. So the digipack, for instance, Bastille would only have the 4 members. We used myself, Dan Smith, and my partner in the digipack as well, so that we're not neglecting anyone. We want to keep everyone involved.
So you've used that marketing, but you also slightly developed it to
just to open up to our demographic, just so the people who are watching it can also see that not everyone has to be super famous.
But when you say we've used the same person, was that like in your digipack and your magazine advert? Were they different photos of that actor you took?
We used photos and parts of our music video.
So in the digipack, you'll just explore about that a bit.
So in the digipack, in the in tray, when you open it up, we decided to have myself and my partner Ryan stand next to one another in their albums like Wild World and Bad Blood. It's just Dan Smith. But we used my partner and myself to show both of us instead of just me.
Okay. Alright. So having the similarity of images is good, is effective in terms of that combination. What other similarities or differences do you have between the main and the ancillary tasks?
So in our main video, the opening scene is of a cathedral. We used a cathedral. In Bastille's work, they use big images. So they use, in Wild World, they use 2 teenagers sitting on the edge of a huge skyscraper overlooking. And because our song's also religious, that also makes it look like they're looking down. So we used a cathedral looking up. So we tried doing opposite, but quite similar in the sense that it's a very big image. So looking down on a city is a big image. Looking up at a cathedral is a big image. We used that because, again, we wanted to use their style. We like their style. We used black and white with a hint of orange and blue because they like using primary colours and the black and the white. When we researched them, we looked at all their albums. That's what they like to use. In our ancillary tasks, such as the magazine, we wanted to keep it black and white because they used black and white, but we used colours like the orange and the blues because we wanted to make it bright, because it's a poster. So we used that to our advantage to try to copy them, but then obviously the opposite was using Ryan in the ancillary and the digipack.
Okay, so all of this shows a consistency between the main and ancillary tasks. What do you think's the most effective then for you, or are there other ways in which you think it's effective?
Well, we think that imitating them is very effective because they are well known. Their brand logo, the triangle, is iconic for their band. So we use that in literally the poster because if you look at anything, if even their merchandise, it has a triangle, and if someone from their demographic or a fan was to see that, they instantly know. So we try to use that, even if it was just a little triangle in the bottom right corner. We wanted to use that, and their font we copied their font because again that's a very iconic part of the Bastille. So we thought if we used their font, we're trying to copy them. We didn't want to use. We only used other fonts in like the small writing because that wasn't really as important.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we try to copy them a lot actually. When you look at it, the only thing that you could argue was different was the use of my colleague.
Okay, so just at the end of these chatbacks, I'm kind of asking everyone a catch-all question about anything they might have forgotten to add. It's not to catch anyone out, but just generally, do you think there's anything else you want to talk about the combination and the effectiveness?
Well, Bastille are I think they're about late 20s, 30s, but their audience is ranging from teenagers to about 30s, maybe even 40s. It's quite a good band.
Yeah.
Myself and my partner are young, so we're in the young part of the audience. But we used youth. We thought that youth was important in our video because of the song we chose. The song it talks of jealousy and troubles, and you could argue that people of our age go through hard times with what they want to do or struggles with relationships, things like that. So we made sure that we were them, so that when they look at it, they go, we are similar. We look at them.
And even so, it's not to say that the top end of that age bracket don't go through that, but certainly the lower end of that is one of the first times they're coming into adulthood.
Yeah, so we use stereotypes. Yeah, so we use the clothing, seeing the phone, just the little things a lot of people our age are on their phone. And just being with each other, making sure that, because in a lot of their videos, Dan Smith is alone. It's just him. We didn't want that. We wanted, although I'm following the person because I portray Dan Smith and jealousy, we wanted to show that in the end, two do come together.
So it's consistent with what's been happening before, but there's slightly new things, slightly younger.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Cool. Is there anything else?
No, I think.
Okay. Cool. All right. If you grab the blackboard, clap it and say cut. Set me free from my jail.